Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you not just as a speaker, but as a voice for every woman who has ever doubted her worth, who has ever silenced her dreams, and who has ever placed her happiness in the hands of another. A woman's worth is not defined by how much validation she receives from a man. The need for approval can often become a silent prison, trapping women in a cycle where their happiness and self-esteem are dictated by someone else's perception. But the truth is, no external source can determine your value. You define it yourself. From a young age, many women are conditioned to seek approval, whether from parents, teachers, society, or later from their partners. They are taught that being agreeable, pleasant, and accommodating makes them more likable. However, in the pursuit of being accepted and loved, many women unknowingly place their self-worth in the hands of others. When a woman starts to believe that her beauty, intelligence, or success is only valid when acknowledged by a man, she begins to lose her sense of self. When a woman constantly looks for validation, she may find herself overanalyzing her actions, questioning whether she is good enough, and trying to fit into unrealistic expectations. She might change her appearance, suppress her opinions, or stay silent when she should speak up, all to avoid rejection or disapproval. This behavior does not stem from love. It stems from fear. And fear is never a foundation for a fulfilling life. The danger of seeking validation is that it makes a woman vulnerable to manipulation. A man who realizes that his opinion holds power over her can use it to control her thoughts, emotions, and decisions. He may subtly make her feel inadequate, causing her to work harder for his approval. This kind of dependence can lead to toxic relationships where a woman feels the need to prove her worth constantly, even at the cost of her own happiness. True confidence comes from within. A woman who understands her value does not need constant reassurance from a man. She knows that her intelligence is not diminished if someone fails to recognize it. Her beauty does not fade if a man does not compliment her. Her success does not lose meaning if it goes unnoticed. She stands strong in the knowledge that she is complete on her own. The key to breaking free from the cycle of validation seeking is self-acceptance. When a woman embraces who she is, her strengths, her flaws, her unique journey, she no longer looks outward for approval. Instead of wondering, am I good enough for him? She asks, is he good enough for me? She understands that real love does not demand constant validation. A woman who stops seeking validation becomes unstoppable. She speaks her mind without fear, pursues her dreams without hesitation, and walks away from situations that do not serve her well. She does not need someone to tell her she is worthy. She knows it. And when a woman knows her worth, she commands respect, love, and admiration without ever having to beg for it. Emotional strength is one of the most powerful assets a woman can have, yet too often she is led to believe that she must rely on a man to feel complete, happy, or secure. This dependence on someone else for emotional well-being can become a dangerous trap, leaving her vulnerable to disappointment, manipulation, and heartbreak. True happiness and inner peace come from within, not from another person. From childhood, many women are taught to believe in the idea of a perfect love story, the notion that one day a man will come along and make them feel whole. Popular culture, movies, and even societal norms reinforce the belief that a woman needs a man to feel emotionally fulfilled. While love and companionship are beautiful experiences, they should never be the foundation of a woman's emotional stability. No relationship can be healthy if one person is solely responsible for the other's happiness. When a woman depends on a man for emotional security, she gives away control over her feelings. If he's affectionate, she feels valued. If he's distant, she feels abandoned. If he appreciates her, she feels worthy. If he criticizes her, she questions herself. This roller coaster of emotions can be exhausting and leaves her feeling powerless. The truth is, no one should have that much control over how she feels about herself. The key to emotional independence is learning to be at peace with oneself. A woman must cultivate a strong sense of self-worth that is not shaken by external circumstances. She must find joy in her own company, fulfillment in her passions, and strength in her own resilience. When she learns to be her own source of happiness, she no longer fears being alone, nor does she tolerate unhealthy relationships just to avoid loneliness. A woman who is emotionally independent does not seek validation from a man. She does not need constant reassurance to feel secure. Instead, she enters a relationship as an equal partner, bringing love, confidence, and stability rather than expecting someone else to provide it for her. She understands that a man can add to her happiness, but he is not the source of it. This strength also allows her to walk away from relationships that no longer serve her well. When a woman depends on a man for emotional support, she might tolerate mistreatment out of fear of losing him. But a woman who has built her own emotional resilience knows she will be fine on her own. She does not beg for attention, does not accept disrespect, and does not settle for less than she deserves. Loving someone should be a choice, not a necessity. A woman must love herself first, so her love for others comes from a place of abundance, not emptiness. When she masters emotional independence, she becomes unstoppable, confident, fearless, and truly free. She does not wait for someone to complete her. She is already whole. Financial independence is one of the most powerful forms of freedom a woman can have. Yet, for generations, many women have been conditioned to believe that a man's financial support is necessary for their survival and comfort. While love and partnership are valuable, relying entirely on someone else for financial stability can be risky, limiting, and in some cases even dangerous. A woman must never allow a man's income to dictate her lifestyle, choices, or future. When a woman depends on a man financially, she places herself in a vulnerable position. She may feel obligated to tolerate disrespect, stay in an unhealthy relationship, or compromise her dreams simply because she lacks the financial means to leave. This dependency can strip her of her confidence, making her feel trapped and powerless. Financial control is one of the most common tools used in manipulation, and no woman should ever find herself in a situation where she has to ask permission for her basic needs or desires. Being financially independent does not mean rejecting the idea of a supportive partnership. It means having the ability to stand on one's own feet, make decisions without fear, and create a life that is not solely dependent on someone else's resources. A woman who earns her own money has the power to choose where she lives, how she spends, and what she prioritizes. She is not at the mercy of someone else's generosity or approval. Financial independence also fosters self-respect. When a woman works hard to build her career or manage her own income, she develops a sense of accomplishment and pride. She gains confidence in her abilities and realizes her worth is not tied to someone else's paycheck. She is no longer afraid of the unknown because she knows she has the skills and resources to take care of herself. Financial independence allows a woman to dream bigger. She can invest in her education, travel, support causes she believes in, and create opportunities for herself and others. She can plan for her future without uncertainty, knowing that her financial security is in her own hands. When she controls her own finances, she controls her own destiny. It is essential to understand that financial independence is not just about making money, it is about financial literacy and responsibility. A woman must learn to manage her earnings wisely, saving, investing, and making informed financial decisions. Wealth is not just about income. It is about the ability to sustain oneself without fear of losing everything if a relationship ends. A financially independent woman is a woman who chooses love, not out of necessity, but out of genuine affection and respect. She does not stay in a relationship because she has no other option. She stays because she wants to. She is not afraid to walk away if she is not valued because she knows she can take care of herself. Money is not just currency. It is power, freedom, and security. Every woman deserves to have control over her own financial future, and she should never let a man's wealth define her worth. A woman's identity is her most precious possession, yet too often, She is expected to mold herself to fit into a man's world. She is taught to compromise, to adjust, and sometimes even to let go of the very things that define her. Her dreams, her ambitions, her personality. But losing oneself in a relationship is not love, it is self-betrayal. A woman should never forget who she is, no matter how much she loves someone. When a woman enters a relationship, it is natural for her to make adjustments, just as any partner would. However, there is a fine line between compromise and complete self-erasure. Many women, in the name of love, start suppressing their desires. They give up on their career aspirations because their partner does not support them. They change their opinions to avoid conflict. They let go of friendships, hobbies, and passions to prioritize their relationship. Over time, they become unrecognizable to themselves. Conversations to maintain peace or neglecting personal growth because the focus is entirely on the partner. But with each compromise, a piece of individuality fades away. Eventually, a woman may find herself wondering, who am I outside of this relationship? The truth is, no relationship should make you question your own existence. A strong relationship is built on mutual respect and support. A loving partner will celebrate your individuality, not suppress it. He will heal your dreams rather than make you feel guilty for having them. If a relationship demands that you shrink yourself to make someone else feel comfortable, it is not a partnership. It is a cage. Retaining your identity in a relationship does not mean rejecting love. It means embracing a love that allows both partners to thrive as individuals. It means holding on to the dreams that existed before the relationship began and continuing to nurture them. A relationship should be a place where two whole individuals come together to grow, not where one disappears into the other. A woman who preserves her identity has a sense of self-worth that no relationship can take away. She knows that her value is not defined by her relationship status, but by who she is as a person. She does not fear being alone because she enjoys her own company. She does not seek validation from a partner because she validates herself. She loves deeply, but she never loses herself in the process. Real love does not demand sacrifice at the cost of self. It allows room for growth, individuality, and personal fulfillment. A woman must always remember that she was someone before she met her partner, and she must continue to be someone even while in love. No relationship is worth losing yourself for. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship, yet many women find themselves tolerating disrespect in various forms, whether through words, actions, or neglect. They endure insults disguised as jokes, tolerate dismissive behavior, and overlook emotional or even physical mistreatment in the hope that things will change. But the hard truth is, once a woman allows disrespect, it only grows. No woman should ever accept being treated as less than she deserves. Disrespect in a relationship does not always come in obvious forms. It can be subtle, being talked over in conversations, having opinions disregarded, or feeling invisible in decisions that affect both partners. It can also manifest as emotional manipulation, where a man belittles a woman's feelings, making her believe she is too sensitive or overreacting. Over time, these small acts of disrespect chip away at her confidence, making her doubt herself and lowering her standards for how she should be treated. One of the biggest reasons women tolerate disrespect is fear. Fear of being alone, fear of conflict, fear of losing someone they love. Society often conditions women to believe that being in a relationship, even a toxic one, is better than being single. This mindset makes many women accept behavior they would otherwise reject, but staying in a relationship where respect does not exist is far lonelier than being on your own. Love without respect is not love. It is control, it is dominance. It is an illusion. A man who truly loves a woman will never belittle her, dismiss her dreams, or treat her as inferior. He will value her voice, acknowledge her feelings, and stand beside her as an equal. Disrespect, no matter how small it seems, is a red flag that should never be ignored. A woman must set clear boundaries for what she will and will not accept. The moment a man disrespects her, she must call it out. If it continues, she must have the strength to walk away. Allowing repeated disrespect only teaches a man that it is acceptable, and the more it is tolerated, the harder it becomes to break free. Self-respect is the most powerful armor a woman can wear. When she respects herself, she naturally demands the same from others. She does not settle for half-hearted love or one-sided efforts. She does not waste time trying to change someone who refuses to change. She knows her worth and refuses to let anyone diminish it. Leaving a relationship that lacks respect can be difficult, especially when emotions are involved, but it is always better to be alone than to be with someone who does not honor your value. A woman who walks away from disrespect does not lose love. She gains her dignity, her strength, and her freedom. And no woman should ever have to compromise on respect. A woman's ambitions are an essential part of who she is, yet many women find themselves sacrificing their dreams for the sake of a relationship. They put their goals on hold, step back from opportunities. Oh, a woman's aspirations deserve the same respect, support, and space as anyone else's. Women are expected to prioritize their relationships over their personal growth. They are told that being a good partner means making sacrifices, even if it means giving up the things that once ignited their passion. Society has long praised women for being selfless in love, as if letting go of their dreams is a sign of dedication. But true love does not ask for self-sacrifice. It thrives when both individuals are allowed to grow, flourish, and chase their goals without limitation. Every woman must remind herself that she is not just someone's partner, daughter, or mother. She is an individual with dreams that deserve to be realized. A relationship should never be a reason to stop pursuing growth. If anything, love should be a source of motivation, pushing both partners toward greater success. A woman who follows her ambitions does not lose love. She builds a life filled with purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. If a woman finds herself in a situation where she is constantly being asked to choose between love and her dreams, she must pause and ask, is this the kind of love I deserve? A love that does not support her growth is not love, it is a limitation. And no woman should ever allow her potential to be caged. The world needs women who dream, who build, who lead, and who inspire. A woman must never let go of her ambitions to make someone else feel secure. Her dreams matter, her goals matter, and most importantly, she matters. You were not created to be silent. You were not born to be a shadow. You are a force, a light, a warrior. Stand firm, walk with confidence, and never, ever settle for less than you deserve.